Hi there, my name's Paul Clevitz. I'm the creator of the STRobot Forex trading robot, and I'm going to be taking you through just a quick overview of how it works or what it does. I won't give you any details of how it works. It's just really seeing the different charts and what you've got. The STRobot is an automated robot, so you let him trade, but you can see what's going on. I've just had him open a dollar CAD short just now, so that's nice for him, and I'll show you that just now. So there's basically three charts, and using those three charts you can actually access all the currencies, so all the major currencies he trades. Like there we go, this one, CAD yen. You just click on buttons or whatever you want to do. Okay, so what we're going to do is go through the charts. Here we go. So let's start off with the most important thing. The most important thing is this indicator down the bottom here. You can see this here, there's a top and a bottom bit. Now the top is the entries and exits, and the bottom is the trades he actually wants to put on. So let's take this pair for instance. This is CAD Chief. Now you can see it's kind of gone up and down, and STRobot identifies the bears winning and the bulls winning. So the top half is your entries and exits. So if we start here, you can see that we've got a long entry here, for instance. He then closes it here, goes short, closes it there, goes long, so because it's quite choppy. Then here he gets a long entry here and stays right in it up to here. Then he goes, oh dear, goes short. You can see it drops down. Had a big whipsaw, so he probably would have gotten closed there, because it would have STRobot would have seen it. And then we go into a short, everything like that. So this is basically your entries and exits, and down here are the actual trades that he's going to take. Okay, and you can see that he kind of follows the market. Now there's different rules to him trading. There's lots and lots of indicators going on to do these calculations. And so let's look at some other pairs. So for instance, here's a lovely short. Entry was here, 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 here. So you can see that there's like 4 or 5 entry points, but actually most of the time he'll enter it there. If you'd started STRobot off here, for instance, he'd have taken a small long here, closed it, and then taken a short down to here, provided the spread is less than 7 pips. STRobot avoids trading where the spread is quite large. Now the problem is with spread is that if your broker sets a spread of 10 pips or 20 pips on a pair, you've got to make 20 pips before you make any money. So STRobot only takes trades with less than 7 pips. Actually, most brokers that are any good will have really small trips like this, 3, 5, 4 pips. So STRobot's constantly monitoring the market. The brokers will ramp the spread up when there's news, when there's a lot of news, when that whipsawing thing, and also at weekends. Sometimes you can get brokers who will ramp the spread up 20 pips at the weekend, and you get stopped out, and you think, how did I get stopped out? You stopped out. The market never went near my currency pair. That's because of the spreads. So STRobot monitors that and doesn't actually trade when the spreads have gone really big. So that protects you, kind of thing. So you can see from all this, look at how he finds the big shorts. And here you can see there was he's done a couple of longs here and closed them off. And that would have been, no money in terms of losses and profits. But he can identify these buy and sell moves and work out where he's supposed to be trading. Look at this one, entry here, up we go. So in fact he entered it, in fact he didn't. You see this choppiness here, so it's got a kind of choppy detector built in, so when the market gets choppy and the bears and bulls are fighting, he stays out of the trade there. So we do an entry here, close it here, waiting for the big entry here. Okay, don't forget it's New Year's, just after New Year's, so this is what New Year's does. Okay, kind of flattens the market. Lovely sterling chief short, sterling yen. So this is the hourly chart where you can see actually what's going on and how he identifies the trades. He's got Hekanashi as well. We've then got the next chart I want to look at is the daily chart. Gives you more of a big overview of the market. You've got a shorter term currency strength, so you can see, for instance, the Canadian dollar is very strong at the moment versus the Aussie dollar, which is very weak. So we can flip charts, CAD yen, for instance, and it'll just flip the chart. So you can just New Zealand chief. This should be on a daily and it's on a 4 hour. So New Zealand chief. So you can see, and you can see the currency strength along the bottom here as well. Shows you against this is like a DXY index, you know, like a dollar index, where if you use a dollar index, it gives you a good idea of how strong or weak the dollar is. This shows you, and you can see this flickering around. This will show you the strength of a currency based on a kind of index. So the New Zealand dollar here is quite weak. So is the Swiss franc, but the Swiss franc's weaker than the New Zealand dollar. That's basically how it works. And you can see, so STRobot's using all this information, obviously. We've got support and resistance. It calculates all that. Trend lines. Got short-term, long-term trends. That's the sort of thing you've got built into it on this daily chart. And you can just flip. You see how I'm just flipping between. If you've got a tablet and you're using it, you can you can use a remote desktop into your machine and just flip using the buttons rather. So you can trade 40 pairs just by looking at it. Although you don't do any trading, he does the trading, and you can see here. We've got some trades on at the moment. He's just actually closed off a lot of trades because the market's kind of slowed down at the end of the day. And you can set all kind of parameters. This is basically the robot engine sitting behind here. He also talks to an external database as well, and some external processing that helps him make decisions on the trading. But this just enables you to just see where you can enter. If you're a manual trader and you want to use this, you just use this chart. Just stick with this chart. Look for these. See, there's a long there. Take the long there. There's a short down here. Take that short. Look at this huge short here. Beautiful. I can just draw down there. 300 pips. Sounds good. Okay, here's a live trade. It's just gone on. $2 in 3 pips in profit. He's gone for shorts. He's pulled back and he's taken that short again. So you can see he kind of sees the pullbacks. Here's a long. 10 pips in profit. You can see that we've had this huge run down. It's now pulling back, so he's just nipped in for a quick trade on the pullback. I wonder if it's going to do this. It could be a long bullish trade, but you can see how he's working. He's just analysing the markets, looking for trades. What's this one here? This is again quite a new one. It's only, you can actually see it in action. You can see it's coming down. So he's taken an entry just on this candle. In fact, he's just taken the entry. It's already 7 pips in profit. Tiny spread of 3 pips. This is $1 CAD, and he's gone into a short. So he sees these great big runs up, and when other traders are going, oh, buy, STRobot will be going, hang on a minute, I'm going to go short. He'll take a short, and he'll take it early, and his entries are really great. Look at this entry. Okay, most people look at that and go, well, it kind of looks like it's going down. Well, it really is coming down now. Look at 10, 20 pips. Look at this entry here. There was a short entry down to here. It's just a little bit of a short. Then this nice big long, but he didn't trade it. And why is that? Because the choppy detector, the choppy markets going on there, you can see that it changed very quickly from short to long. So he closed the short out and he'd have stayed out of it. And you might say, oh no, I've missed out on the trade. You haven't, because he's working on finding good reliable trades. Look at this long. There's a long entry here. Haven't got a long, there's choppy market there. So there's a couple of trades there, but they're really tiny. Then we've got this long entry here. Woof, up we go. Okay, and he'll spot the changes of direction in the market. This is quite an interesting one because it is very choppy. Look at, see how choppy it is. Aussie CAD. You can see that we have a little short here, which became a long. Then he stays out of it. Then it goes long, short. So you'd lose money. You'd lose a little bit of money because he'd be closing and opening trades here. So if you've got a huge spread, he won't trade it anyway. But if you did have a huge spread, it wouldn't be much fun. Here's a long. Look at this long. Even though it's choppy, he's quite happy with it, and he'll stay in it. And then he'll close it there and move on. So choppy markets he can kind of deal with. You don't make as much money out of choppy markets or flat markets. Like a market like this, it's hard to trade, but you can see he kind of stays out most of the time once he's kind of detected the flatness in the market. But he did enter on this lovely candle here. Look at this lovely short down there. Really nice. So you can see how he works. There's another one just come on. Aussie New Zealand short's been on for a few hours but hasn't really gone anywhere. So that's 6 pips in profit. But again, it's that time of day where it's not going to go anywhere. So we're just holding a short and we wait and see what he does. So that's that. So and there's another long. Okay, we're 10 pips in profit on that. It's all quite boring really, because if I'd have done this video earlier on, you'd have seen 200 pip trades, because he will take them. This white dotted line is very interesting. If you look at the first currency pair out of the pair, the Canadian dollar. So this is like a Canadian dollar index. Gives a rough idea of the movement of the Canadian dollar in terms of price against all the other major currencies we can trade against. So you can see it's starting to go up. So it's quite a useful thing. We've also got the stop. So the red area is like a sell zone, and the green area is a buy zone. We've got calculated sort of support and resistance levels. So he calculates all that, and then you can see on the daily chart, he's got all the support and resistance levels calculated in, calculated stops. You can click in an area and find out the distance and how much it would be worth at a certain lot size. You can click that button and it'll actually place the trade for you, but we don't do that. I tend to let the robot trade itself. So this is the actual robot trading screen. You can see your pips. It sends notifications to your email, mobile phone, and it sends it to you, does an alert as well to say it's doing something. You can see we're currently winning 121 pips on this boy, and losing a measly 28 pips on this terrible euro dollar sell. How can that be? This is my USG account. USG are my favourite broker. So they have a debit card, by the way, so you sign up with them. You can do it through the website. There's all the banners and links and everything like that. We have a user group based in Skype, so we've got a Skype user group where you get latest updates. If you've got a VPS and we can have the details of it, we'll do the updates for you, and we can keep an eye on your trades. We don't normally manage accounts, don't do any account management. That's really up to you, but STRobot manages the account anyway. So it's really about your how you want to do it. This is a robot. Okay, it's designed to trade automatically, and just to do it, it's designed to trade as much like a real trader as it can, except without all the emotion, of course. He doesn't really care. What's this? This is nice, isn't it? This one here is 17 pips in profit. It's just a small entry. It's 3 hours ago. It entered. Look at it. It entered on that candle. How many people went to that candle? You probably sit and look at it and go, oh, well, it's hitting a really strong bottom, but STRobot really likes the sell on that. You know, the bears have definitely got control of it. That's 15 pips in profit. He goes safe as well. He's got full trade management, so you can choose level he goes safe. So basically when he's 30 pips in profit, he'll move the stop inside the entry, and then I've got it set to 60 pips. Some traders like 40. So basically we've got trading stop sitting in at 40 pips or 60 pips or whatever you like. You know, it's up to you. You can actually pretty much set him up how you want, although we've got some guidelines. Here's one that's losing. Let's say 27 pips gone the wrong way. But it's quite a tiny, you know, it's a teeny weeny trade. The bears are not in control anymore. It's neutral. You see the black area at the top line showing us who's in control, and at the moment no one's in control. It's kind of flat. But where do you think it's going to go? It's probably going to go bearish, isn't it? So it's not in a choppy market. It's just going to go bearish probably later on. However, if it goes bullish, if the bulls take control of it, STRobot will close the trade automatically and probably take a long on it. And you can see all these big lively trades he can identify really, really well. There's another one. There's a buy, 12 pips in profit. Sell. You can actually see him in action. You can see him trading for you. And he makes these selections based on things. So you can see he's taken this entry here. He's quite happy that the bulls have got the market. In fact, he took the entry. He took the entry on this candle here. So if you look at here, see that? So this is where he took the entry on that. Just there, you can see that white line. STRobot actually tells you, just by looking at this chart, you can see straight away where the trade entered exactly and where it is now. So you can see this is 15 pips in profit. The bulls have got control of it. So he's just happily trading this. So he'll trade this up to as far as it goes. Get another sell, 5 pips profit. So again, these are quite new trades, in fact. So you know this one is so new you can't even see a white line because it's only just gone on. The maths behind this is huge. It's huge and very, very complex to identify these movements in the market and identify entries and identify the choppy markets. It's very, very complicated. But the key to it is sitting back and realizing that actually what happened in the past I don't think is that important on what's happening now. Because what's happening now is actually what's the most important thing. Where are things now? Who's trading with who? And STRobot kind of spends his time thinking about that. He uses external servers as well. So you have a license. Basically, you have to give us your account number and your email address, and we log it off on a server. We've got a user group which is really good, based on Skype, so you can actually get help when you need it. Although you don't really need a lot of help because you just have to let it get on with it. And so basically that's it. you know, that's pretty much how it works. There's 3 charts. You can trade 40 currency pairs with it. He trades only the majors. He trades them against each other, which he thoroughly enjoys doing. But the beauty is he doesn't use his emotions. This has been a long time in the building. I hope you consider taking him on, giving him a little trial. And that's it, really. So the website's http://strobot.rocks. If you put http://strobot.rocks in your web browser, you will get the sales website, which has got all these details on it, and this video, obviously. And dailyforextrader.me, that's the blog where I kind of post things that he's doing, what he's been up to, and he's been doing really well recently, especially with this new the new maths algorithms we're using to calculate the markets and what's happening with it. So that's it, really. http://strobot.rocks. I hope that's really helpful. And don't forget, you can contact us just by clicking the contact at the bottom of this website, and if there's somebody around, you'll get a live chat session with them.